I'm Terry, and welcome to Gardening with T-Bone. Today on Gardening with T-Bone, we're going to talk about all your mechanical needs, what spark plug's the best for the Chevy truck you might be driving. But also, because of the title of this show, we're going to talk about some gardening. But first, let's look at my garden. Starting off the T-Bone Gardens, we've got some lilacs that are not in season right now, so they're not blooming, but they're beautiful. Got a little bed here. Created this little bed for some strawberries. Got some strawberries going on. If you mosey on down here, we've got a potted raspberry plant, which I basically tried to transplant some raspberries this year in these pots. It didn't really work out too well. We've got a hose back here, imported from Italy. This is another garden. We've got some strawberries. You can't really see them there because my kids pick those things out and eat them as soon as they get red. These are some grapes, second year, so not too many growing on there this year, but they're future projects. This is, if you can tell, it's water. If you don't know what water is, you're an idiot. Just kidding, not really. These are more potted plants that one took because it's a plant, and of course raspberries didn't take. This is what we call a wind thing, and it you know, gets going when the wind starts. And got some more grapes back there. You see those grapes? Neither do I, because I just explained on those grapevines that it's they're not here because it's only the second year they've been growing. But nice try. Got some, you know, I see a couple little strawberries down in there, you know, there you go. Kids missed a couple of those. Every good garden needs a good water fountain or feature. It's just so tranquil. So I designed this one. There's a nice big reservoir underneath where the water does go. Got some, whatever those things are back there, some more grass. And of course it's surrounded by what? My kids' favorite, strawberries. Yes, say it with me. Okay, you didn't say it, but I'll say it. Strawberries. These are mini roses. How do I know that? Because, well, they're not big, so they would be mini. You know, we got a lot of little things back here, little sundials and weird little things. We got what we call back here a boxer, a albino boxer. It's a nice little statue that we planted in this garden. Moves around quite a bit. Have to feed it. It's a weird statue. These, again, didn't really transplant that well, but we're hoping, you know, some roots survived. More mini roses, and this, we just kind of threw some asparagus, and it's starting to grow. Asparagus, the first couple years, few years, you just let grow, and apparently these are like seeds, and they, you know, they'll keep growing. So we'll get some asparagus. Probably that's the second year on those too, so maybe next year, the year after. This little bed, we had a bunch of, what do you call, snap peas, pea pods, growing up all on those things, but, you know, this is probably the last lone survivor, and I don't even see one pea pod on there, so you know what? Gone. You know, that's a good part about a garden. You can destroy your own stuff. But yeah, it used to flourish, but it's just getting too hot. So that's kind of, you know, that side of the house, you know, we just kind of planted little boxes. Now over here used to be all yard, and we planted these boxes here. Now this is what we call a bean teepee. Okay, so I just basically took these little bamboo poles. There's used to be a nice little wind dial until it got grown up. But we just kind of made a teepee and then planted the beans around it, and it naturally grew up towards the sun like Jack and the Beanstalk. That's a plant, or a little flower. These are what we call green onions. We just kind of planted those around there. It goes all the way around here. Raspberries line the back of this area. We've got more asparagus, green onions, strawberries in there. We got cucumbers growing up on this vine. Here's one right here. Looks pretty good, actually. Probably take that down. And then broccoli used to be in here, but it's out of season. And we got what we call, people call these tomato plants. I would rather call them tomato trees. Little learning lesson. This used to be a walkway, but zucchini and tomato plants, yeah, plan more space. because they just grow enormous. Again, some more stuff back there, and again, this one used to be pea pods, but it's out of season. And what garden is, it's just not complete without dun 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 dun. That's right, a Viking gnome. A Viking gnome. Now, for all you Packer Nation, I don't want to tick you off too much. I did buy a Packer gnome as well. I just fed it to my dog. Cheesehead chew toy. You gotta love it. All right. Anyway, so that's pretty much the garden. You know, I didn't, you know, start with this. When I did a garden, I thought, you know, I wanted a garden my whole life, but I did my yard and I established it without doing a garden. I thought I don't have any room for it. It's too expensive. It's too much work. And you know what? I love it. It's my little therapy. I come out here. I have water lines going to everything, but I shut them off because I want to come out and do it by hand because it's basically my therapy. And you know, I talk to the trees and the little tomatoes. They're so cute to talk to. Oh, little cherry ones. They're just wild. You should hear the stories. I could tell you some stories. But anyway, that's what I do. I just come out here, I water this. But for anyone who thinks, you know, I don't have space or whatever, you know, whatever. Obviously, this is not, I'm not going to feed the nations, but it's teaching my kids things. It's teaching me things. And I get a little bit of croppage out of this. So, you know, I encourage everyone, get a garden. Call it T-Bone Garden. I don't care if your name is something else. You call it after me because I was your inspiration. But that, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a little garden for an average Joe. I mean T-Bone, but if you're Joe, then it'd be average Joe, but you'd still call it T-Bone. You see how that works? Great. So there you have it. That's my garden. I want to especially thank, I mean, I can't take all the credit for this. I want to especially thank President Obama, the Obama administration for building this for me. I can't even tell you how many countless hours I'd pull up and there they are, you know, hair plug Biden with his gloves on, just working it, and Obama just sweating, dirty, just getting it off. What would I do without this guy?